Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of TBH. Chris here with we got Master Mike, Luke.
What's up?
He's doing everything. He's the guy who controls everything.
I press
And
the
of
button.
course, he presses record, And of course, on bass, the one and only Fernando.
Boom, 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 boom. I better practice.
All that
Happy New
dubstep.
Year's, everyone.
Happy New Year, guys. Happy New Year's.
So,
New Year.
house flooded during the holiday vacation. That was fun.
Oh, that's fun.
Dude, yeah, it was crazy. I have, as you know, one of those jobs where I work at night, and I come home, and the hardest thing about working at night is just pretty much staying up, right? So I get home, and the whole house is flooded, and my wife is sleeping. Amy had no idea the house was flooding.
The bed wasn't
Really?
floating?
The bed was not floating, but there was like Samson. He made himself like a little raft. He's like going on it and stuff like that.
Samson's your cat. Samson's your
Yeah,
cat.
Samson the cat.
Yeah.
So yeah, that kind of sucked.
Did you
But,
have to use a rowboat when you walked in, or did it just flood out?
Oh man, yeah. I opened the door and like all this stuff started coming out of the house. Yeah, he just came strolling out. No, but it really sucked, dude. Honestly, the cool thing is I got a new apartment out of it, so that's
Nice.
I had Luke help me out move a little bit. So
I did. Lots of Tupperware, lots of trash bags in that. I think I was talking to Fernando, we all have the heritage. When the US currency goes out, trash bags will be the next thing.
They're king.
I like I tried throwing one empty one away. Yeah, I almost got my head chopped off. It was like,
Yeah.
why are you throwing it away?
Well, for
'Cause we
Thanksgiving,
don't need it.
Well, dude, we have like 25,000 bags.
look,
Yeah,
for
we don't
Thanks-
need this.
for Thanksgiving, we had Liz's grandma came. Not Thanksgiving, Christmas. She came over to cook. Now she's Salvadorian. She's very excitable, and she cooks just as just as much fervor as she does everything else. So there was food everywhere. That's what I'm trying to say. And
Okay.
so some of the bags she brought in, they got wet, and they had like slime and I don't know what stuff, but it was sticky. So I just threw them in the trash. She said, "No, we can wash that, and then we can fold them up and keep them." And I said, "But I have in the closet a briefcase full of this stuff." She's like, "No, we can use them. We're running low. We only have like 2 pounds in bags left." It's like, oh, come on.
Yeah,
Well,
it
you know what?
sucks.
I have to admit, Marcy actually hasn't been that bad. She's a purger. She likes to throw away crap, but at the most random stuff. The thing with Marcy is she doesn't throw away those bags. What she says is, "Babe, just grab them, donate them." To who? Why?
Who are you gonna go to the street like? You want some bags?
The homeless people need more bags. That's
Yeah.
why. I'm gonna go give it to the homeless people.
Even
Let
they
them
won't
grab-
take them. They'll be like, what are we gonna do with this?
Or you get them for free at the store.
I
What?
Yes,
Give me a beer.
but in San Fernando Valley, they're charging 5 cents for a freaking bag.
That's true. Over in
Yeah,
Pasadena as well, they charge 10 cents a bag there.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Whatever.
in Nampa. Wait, you guys don't live here. Never mind.
How much is it?
Oh.
Nothing, right?
Nothing. They don't care about the environment. They're like, whatever, dude. They're plastic bags.
Well, Sam Demons has the same thing, but I think it's gonna change soon.
Yeah, I think Covina is starting to change it. I think by the end of this year. That's what they
Yeah,
said.
it's freaking.
So they sent out a letter saying like you gotta control your bags because you're gonna start charging.
Yeah, you're gonna regret giving all your
Bags
bags to the
stuff.
homeless guy.
I know, right? That guy's gonna be like fat stacks of paper.
He's gonna open
know
up
what?
his little shop of paper bags,
Hmm
It's
selling.
like
folks.
charge them 10 cents a minute.
Yeah.
Cents a bag.
You know what else I did over my holiday vacation? I did some. I got on the Wii again, which I haven't done in a long time.
Sweet.
I was
Worked
playing
out or
some. No, God no. I was playing some Super Mario All Stars, and
Nice.
you know what? Let me just say this though. I didn't like it as much. The response time was not working for me. I don't know if it's because it's the Wii controller and it's wireless or whatever, but it just didn't jump when maybe I just actually really suck at the game, but it wasn't jumping when I like hit the button and jump. Like it just didn't feel right.
Are you sure your batteries weren't low?
Yeah, it's probably it too. But
That's the one thing about the Wii that I hate, dude. There's like a truck full of batteries you have to put in those damn things to play one game for 30 minutes, and then you're like, that was it. That's all. Like, okay, need another truck full.
Yeah. And if you play a game like Zelda, it tells you that your battery is low. You know the annoying fairy in Zelda? Like she pops
yeah.
out, she goes, "Hey, your batteries are low," and it's like they're at like 25%. I could play for like another day, and she's like, "Hey, hey, hey," like
Hey, by the way.
throw
Hey,
away
by the way.
control.
Yeah, that's it. You know what else? Super Mario 2,
Hmm.
The Lost World. I don't know if you guys played it.
The real Super Mario 2?
The real Super Mario 2. Dude,
Yeah,
it's actually really hard.
it is
It
really hard.
and it's nuts. Like I went in it like I was all bad to the bone, dude. I got stuck in a certain part. I just couldn't like the jumps they make you do. It's are ridiculous. Like you got to jump super far and then land on this little thing
Yeah,
and
2 pixel
then
platform.
Yeah,
yeah,
I remember that.
and then
Oh,
jump
so much
again.
fun.
Oh, it was ridiculous. And with my controller not really responding, oh, I just made it just insane. So
Did you did you remember all the hidden passages that you can do?
Yeah, like the
no,
hidden
Because
the
I
hidden
play
tubes.
PS. I hear the Mario 3 one, and I'm like, dude, I remember this passageway here.
oh yeah, dude. With the flute. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, it's freaking awesome. But you know what they do in Mario 2 though? They totally trick you. Like you know how sometimes you could find secret stages that warp you to another world,
Yeah.
like level 7 or. Okay, some of them take you back to level 1. I was in World 4. I did this crazy secret thing. I accidentally I saw a little warp pipe. It said go back to level 1, but right next to it was a little suicide death trap thing. So either you kill yourself or you go back to level 1.
Oh.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. So of course I went ahead and I killed myself. I didn't want to go back to level 1.
It's like start all over again.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
it freaking sucks, dude. What about you guys? You guys do anything exciting?
I played Shadow of Mordor. I don't know if you guys played that. It's a freaking awesome game. Super fun.
Mm,
And I
I
bought a
haven't.
Sega Genesis. Chris, I think I told you.
Oh, that's
I
right.
bought one that comes with 80 games.
Nice.
Nice.
I played hours
Because
of these.
81 games was going to be way too much.
Yeah. Well, I also have a drawer. It's actually right under me. I have a drawer full of Sega Genesis games. So I can plug those
Dang.
in because it comes with a cartridge slot too. It's
Oh, that's
legit.
freaking. That's
And
awesome.
and wireless controllers, which my god, that's great.
Oh God, there
Yeah.
you go, man.
Yeah. More
It doesn't
batteries
get
though.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, my Super Nintendo, I had a wireless controller, but you had to plug in like this crazy satellite, like in the console. It was ridiculous, but it worked. I loved it.
What about
So,
you,
but
Fernando?
I worked the retail business to lend himself to give me too many days off. Work like a mother trucker.
Nice.
Uh, Nothing's happened. I was expecting either a lot of people or just a lot of crazies. No crazies, thankfully.
nothing, huh?
Uh, Nothing. Actually, kind of boring. The kids, we got the PS4 back in the house. Very
Nice.
happy about that.
Let's
And the
do
kids
it.
were playing Minecraft after Christmas because Santa had to go get the Minecraft.
Nice.
Of
Hey, you
course.
know,
For
I
being
never
Santa
got
and
into
giving.
Minecraft.
It's one of those sandbox games. It's not for me.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, the kids love it. Like it's their crack. I think my kids are addicted to this Minecraft.
So what do they build in Minecraft?
I don't know. Apparently, one of the kids screwed the other two from getting a house,
Oh.
and somebody made a bed. And I think I seriously think my kids are little with that Minecraft.
Well,
Now,
I can't save them.
are they playing online with other people, or is it like just like a
Closed.
local? It's just.
I think it's just survival
Do you
mode.
know?
Okay.
They
Oh.
log into their own. They log into their own accounts. Well, they log into my account. So apparently, I'm playing it,
Nice.
but I'm not. And then they
Right.
go out and make their own houses and maps. And I sit there and go, why do we buy this piece of crap?
Well, look, dude, I used to play a game called Terraria, which is like Minecraft, but 2D with like 8-bit graphics. And the whole point of the game is you dig, and the further down you dig, the more difficult the levels become, and you can dig all the way to hell. And there's
Nice.
bosses. There's weird hellstones that you could bring back up and make your house out of brimstone and ash. It's
Oh, that's
hilarious,
great.
but it's pointless. After like 40 hours of playing it, I sat there and I said, I don't know if I can press the dig button anymore. I'm done. I'm
I
done.
think I don't know if I
Yeah.
could see more hell in this game.
No,
Oh gosh. All right. Well, that's
Wow.
cool, man.
that's good, man. And nobody traveled then. Nobody did any traveling.
Nah, no one's got time to travel, dude.
Nobody got time.
Ain't no one got time for that. Nah.
You know what though? I will announce that in February, me and the wife are thinking of going to New York City for my
Awesome.
daughter's premiere in one of the festivals, the movies
Nice.
that she did.
Ooh,
Nice.
So
nice.
There you go.
if everything works out fine, we'll be in New York in February. That'll be fun.
Nice.
Dude, that'd be amazing. That'd
Hey,
be
go
awesome.
touch that bull scrotum for me. You know that bull.
I'll take a picture of it.
That's
Grab
become my official thing to do. Whenever we go anywhere, I like to go to statues and touch their privates. And then my wife snaps. So there's a picture of me from like all the world touching private parts in statues. Meanwhile, people walking by like,
and
what
then
the?
you wonder why her grandma wonders if you love her.
So we did travel. We did actually go see Cirque du Soleil, and I have never gone to see one. Have you guys ever seen one?
It's way too expensive. One day I will.
Yeah.
I got it on Groupon, and it was still super expensive, but it was so much fun. And those guys, let me tell you,
They're crazy, right?
they're crazy. Now there was one thing that my wife felt very uncomfortable with because it involved two guys lifting each other and like showing strength, right? So there's one guy with his arms straight up, and the other guy is doing a handstand on his arms. So the guy holding him brings his arms down like into like a horizontal position, so his arms are like out straight, while the other guy is still doing a handstand on his hands. And it's like
Oh,
Jesus,
dang.
the strength he must have. But then they do weird things like he rotates, and so it's like face to groin ratio is pretty strong there. That's kind of, but it was great. It was tons of fun if you get past some of the gayness, but it was good.
All right, so we're gonna have to go check it out one of these days, I guess.
Check it out. You were warned, but check it out. Check it out.
All right. Which one did you go see? What was it called?
I don't
You
know.
know they have different ones.
Yeah, they got weird ass names. Mystère, Mystery,
Ka.
Mystère, something like that.
We
Look
want to go watch one called Ka.
Yeah, I
It
heard
was
that's the
great.
best one.
Yeah, it's at the MGM.
Yeah, we went to
Yeah.
Treasure Island. We actually went to eat there. It was terrible. Not worth it.
Okay.
Dude,
Walked-
if you guys are in Vegas, the only place to go if you're there on a Sunday is Lucky Sevens.
the heck is a Lucky
They-
Seven?
Lucky so.
It's off the strip,
Uh-huh.
and you pay about $7 a plate for unlimited prime rib.
Oh wow.
Wow. Well, see, I usually go for seafood, so I do the Rio.
$7.
No, here.
Prime ribs.
Yeah, that's crazy. Here's what you got to do. You get yourself the 24-hour pass, dude. It includes the top 5 or 7
Oh, that's
buffets.
true.
And Amy and I did it. It has the Paris one. It's got the Caesar. No, it's not Caesar's. Caesar's Palace.
When did this become a $5?
Unlimited microwavable pizza.
Yeah, and crazy bread. No, but and then if you like seafood, Luke, you pay $5 more and you get the one like the crazy seafood, like coma buffet one. And I don't know where that one's at.
I don't know, but man, that's my
worth
thing.
it.
That's my thing.
Dude, but we were like taking like after that, dude, we had to take the biggest crap, dude. It was insane. Thank goodness our hotel had two toilets. Literally, we were both on a toilet at the same time.
That was a bonding moment. No? That's
Oh,
when you knew she was yours.
Do you guys do the thing where you walk out then walk into each other's to see who had the most epic smell after?
Oh no.
I always try.
I'm not even that comfortable.
No.
No, yeah, I always, yeah, you have to know what's going on.
All right, guys, let's take a break and then we'll be right back and we'll be back with the show
Sounds good.
in a bit.
Thank you for tuning in to the one and only TBH with your host, Lucas Galan.
What's up?
Cristiano Messere,
Yo, yo.
and myself, Fernando Gomez. I'm the only American here.
Boo. No, yeah. They can.
So I guess I want to talk to you guys about the NFL.
Of course.
Nothing
Of
in
course.
particular. I'm not going to bring up Burt Rice and beating his wife like a hobby or anything like that because I'm not into that. I'm not going to bring up the whole, I'm not going to bring up any of the controversial crap. I just want to say rest in peace the year of 2014. My Pittsburgh Steelers got eliminated. It was our day here in the Gomez household.
I can imagine, man. I'm sorry for that.
That sucks, man. Dude,
I don't know if you guys saw the game, your
w-
thoughts, what
here's
you
the
guys
thing, though.
liked it or not.
Roethlisberger gets hurt, Fernando. Why don't they just take him out and leave him out? Why do
That's
they
a
have
good
to bring
question.
in? Why do they have to bring in? Okay, they brought in the backup quarterback. He was driving them.
He was
They were
doing
about
good.
to score, and then
I
he
have no
brings
answer.
back Roethlisberger and he throws an interception.
You should have an answer. You're a fan. You know more than the people who play.
Look, dude, all I had to say was that you can't sit somebody that's brought you back from death. And, you can't expect him to sit down and go, okay, I'm going to let this second stringer go in. Even though he was doing good.
He was doing good, dude. He threw
But
two
I don't-
picks. Roethlisberger cheeseburger threw 2 picks.
Listen, there's no excuse for it. There's absolutely no excuse for it. I can't understand why they brought him in. I don't understand why, Le'Veon Bell didn't decide to go, you know what, screw my knee. Let's just play one last game. This is the last game I have the whole offseason to because I really think that we got screwed in the running game.
Yeah.
There was no running game. There was nothing where you came one-dimensional. I mean, when you put it all in the quarterback's hands.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
you
what the heck
couldn't do
happened?
it, man.
You know what it seems? It seems like after the second half, they just went downhill. They didn't
Yeah.
even score on the third quarter. They
You know-
got measly points on the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
I mean, what
Yes.
happened, dude?
You know what though? I have to. There is one controversy that I have to address, and this goes along with probably what happened. Is that apparently the Baltimore Ravens had a horse playing the whole time? I didn't know about this. Do you guys know about this? Guy's
No.
name's Terrell Suggs. His face looks like a freaking horse, like a horse that got beat up by another horse, and they
So,
just let him play in the game, dude. Oh my god.
so he's a perfect match for like Sarah Jessica Parker. That's what you're saying.
Poor girl won't survive him, man. I was just so disappointed in the fact that we couldn't. This is our number one rival in the AFC,
True.
and we couldn't put it together to beat them one last. They're not even a good team, and for everybody to think that Joe Flacco is a good player, let's be honest, he's a porn star playing football.
Oh my God.
No, I'm
You know
sorry,
what?
no.
You
Hard
say
insult.
that, but he took his team to the Super Bowl and won.
True.
He took once. Let's not forget, he's only
Seems-
done it once.
He could do it again.
Steelers have done it 3 times, and Ben has done it twice.
Yeah, I
So-
do like Ben. I just feel like it's not the time to play him.
Well, he said he saw, my team looked for a leader, and I didn't play well, and I just didn't do what I had to do. He got sacked 5 times.
Look, Chris, what's important is that you're really supporting Fernando right now in his time of need. I'm sorry for your loss, Fernando. The thing is that they suck, and this is why.
So here's the thing, Fernando. Let me ask you, because you're probably one of the biggest Steeler fans I know. Well, you are the biggest Steelers fan I know. Do we bring back Ben next year, or is he done?
Of course.
No,
right?
that is without a doubt the stupidest question I can ever hear. You're not gonna let go of your number one. You've waited so long to have a quarterback like this,
Yeah.
and you'd be stupid as a franchise to let somebody like him go. They're
But
gonna
he's
pin.
old.
July
Would
comes
you-
around, they're gonna make the contract happen.
Would you say that it was probably one of his weakest seasons?
No, by far, no.
By far,
It
no,
was-
right?
He was his weakest postseason, maybe,
Yeah.
because he's never had such a bad postseason.
Yeah.
As far
Yeah.
as the season, he's hit numbers like no other. He's actually been at the top of his game this season. So
I agree with
maybe-
Fernando. I think it's just hyperbolic to say like, let's just toss this fool and get a new one because he didn't help us here. It's like,
Yeah.
But I mean, the guy's 32 years old already. And by
Yeah,
the
listen,
way, and you know
there's
what's
nothing wrong
funny?
with
I don't know if
32.
you knew this, Fernando, but he's only he's only like 5 days older than me. He's born March 2nd, 1982. I'm born March 7th, 1982.
So why would you want to? It's like your job going. You're 32, Chris. You're gonna have
Yeah,
to let
yeah.
you go because of your age. You can't do it, dude. He's taken a lot of hits. He's been an idiot at times, but you can't let go of your number one quarterback. You haven't seen
Yeah.
That's
you
true.
haven't seen somebody come around in 10 years as good as him. So
That's
why?
true. I mean, at the end of the day, he is a 3-time Pro Bowler, 2-time Super Bowl champion, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
What was he?
Okay.
MVP.
You're gonna go out there. Let's put it in perspective. You're gonna go out there and get who? Manziel.
Oh God, no.
Exactly. Thank you.
He-
I rest my case. Who else are you gonna get? There's nobody that can stack up. And
I-
as much as you love Brady, as much as people love Brady, as much as people like Aaron Rodgers, Ben's done it on his own, and he hasn't had the team around him all the time to bring him to the level he's played. So
That's true.
How about a coach? Do we bring in a new coach?
nah,
Ooh.
the one thing about being a Steeler coach, you're gonna have that job for 20 years until it's not until you pretty much go, I don't want this job no more, that they're gonna kick you out, because the Roonies are not meant to. They're not like these other unstable franchises,
True.
like Redskins and like the Raiders. I'm sorry, dude.
Dude,
Raiders suck.
Derek Carr, future quarterback. Come on.
He's actually, you know what? I'm actually excited about David Carr. I think he could do a pretty good job.
Yeah, I like the kid.
Mm-hmm. The bad news is he won't be able to, because he plays for
Dude,
the Raiders.
next year the Raiders are gonna be unstoppable. Oh my gosh, it's unbelievable how crazy it's gonna be next year.
I don't know about that.
Said every Raider fan for the past 12 years.
Yeah. Next year, guys.
By the
Next
way,
year
okay,
we're finally going to be able to do it.
Fernando, final question. I know you don't like the Patriots that much. How bad do you want to see them win?
Oh, I
up
want
against
I
Baltimore?
want them to beat them so bad. I want Terrell Suggs to cry on the field that Brady's just gonna ram him like a new one. Just I can't stand
not,
that.
huh?
I hate them so much. I can't stand them as a team.
Oh
I
my
can't even.
God.
I can't stand the coach. Oh, can't wait.
What if Flacco came up to you and said, "Hey, man, you know, I want you to come and watch a game at our at our stadium,
For
Yeah,
free.
sorry, can't do it.
but you got to wear Baltimore."
Nope, never
shirt.
do it. I can't-
VIP
yeah.
service. Bottle
VIP.
service.
Nope. You know what? I will respectfully decline, because of what I would turn around and do, honestly, be knowing myself. I'll be like, if I were to accept it, I'd show up with my Steelered out jerseys, and I would probably throw eggs at him while he's playing, and probably throw tomatoes to just disrupt the throwing. I would go on the field probably. I would probably go on the field, get killed by one of these huge horses that they have there.
Yeah, can't do that.
And just hate them. I hate them so much. I
Oh my
hate
God.
them.
Well,
I
Well,
there
would
we
do
go.
everything.
All right, you guys. Who's winning the Super Bowl then?
Oh,
I'm
Super
gonna have
Bowl.
to go. I'm going with Seattle again, dude. They
Really?
go up against Carolina. Easy win. They're gonna beat Carolina.
I don't know about that, dude. I don't know about that.
I don't know, dude. It's a 7-8 team going up against a 12-4, dude. I don't see them at Seattle. Who you know how hard it is to win at Seattle?
I'm not
That's
disputing.
true.
I'm not disputing the win. I'm just saying I don't think it's gonna be as easy as everybody wishes it is. I think they're gonna go. I mean, I think Seattle's gonna fight a little bit. I don't think it's gonna be as easy. I think they're gonna win. I just don't think they're gonna win the Super Bowl.
I like Cam Newton, but I just don't see them winning.
I'm going for Peyton
Don't
Manning.
Don't
I
say
think he
Denver.
wins it.
Don't say Denver.
Yes, I think he wins it. And if he wins it, he retires next year.
Yeah, and it could be a rematch, dude. It could be a Denver Seattle again.
I don't see Seattle coming out of the NFC, dude. You got Tony Romo finally playing like a quarterback on one side, and then you got Aaron Rodgers. It's really hungry for his number 2.
True.
So
But
I
dude,
don't know.
Seattle defense, dude. I mean, they're great, dude.
They are great, but I just don't. It took them this long to be good.
Fernando, at
Yeah.
this
Or
point,
great.
I have to ask you: does it even matter to you? anymore, or are you just one of those people who say, "I'm done. I hate the sport. I hate
No,
everything for the next 10 years."
you know what? Unfortunately, I'm like the most frustrated Black Mexican I've ever met myself.
I have no idea what that means, but okay.
That means that inside I'm an athlete, like a Black athlete. That's awesome. But in reality, I'm Mexican. I have no talent to actually do anything. So,
What?
um,
Oh, you're a talented guy, dude. What are you
no,
talking
but
about?
to play at that level, I always aspired to play that level, and there was no way I was ever going to be there.
Dude, you were like
But
the freaking
I
bus
love
when we
football.
used to play. Remember when we used to play, dude? You were like the bus, dude. You would say this, just give me the ball and just run it straight
I
in
can
front of
testify
You,
to that.
How
you
many
know what's
people did
funny
you
though?
knock
How
over,
many
dude?
times did I actually win, Chris? That was like one game when you and me used to play against each other. You would win all the time because you would be like, okay, this is our philosophy. Everybody gets a shot, and this is my philosophy. Give me the ball. I'll run through it.
Yeah, I kind of like being on Fernando's team because there was no pressure. It was just I could just pretend to run. I suck at this game. Fernando has the ball. I don't even have to pay attention.
Yeah, I would start like having people. Okay, who hasn't grabbed the ball yet? All right, we're gonna pass it to you.
It was the
Turn
most
left.
amazing thing because I'd be like, dude, I'm gonna win this time. Nope, there's Chris passing it to that one guy. Why weren't you doing anything, Luke? Oh, you weren't running it? Oh, damn.
Well, here's the thing.
So,
One day, I think Chris or Fernando, one of you two, tackled me. But instead of tackling me, you grabbed my feet and you
Oh, that
body
was
slammed
me.
me to the
Yeah,
floor. You bastard. That hurt. That hurt a lot. I was like, this doesn't seem fair.
and that's how you play backyard football. Oh man,
you know
yeah.
what? The one thing that I wish I would have never done was that one time we played backyard football, and I was like, dude, I got hit really hard. Give me 5 ibuprofens, I'll be fine. I'll just keep on playing, dude. I got home, I slept for like 5 hours.
That's
Marcy was like, I thought you were dead. I seriously wasn't gonna go into the hospital. And
that's like that one time you helped me move, and I decided to drink 2 Red Bulls just because I thought it was gonna help me out, and like I almost passed out.
And this is when Red Bull was actually Red Bull. It
Yeah,
wasn't. It wasn't that crap that they give out. It was like, here's actual Red Bull with that one chemical that's gonna
Yeah.
make you have nightmares at
This is
night.
before people started complaining about nausea and heart attacks and things like that.
Her two was still like they were still selling that
I
stuff.
mean,
It was nuts, dude.
All right,
But-
guys. I think it's about time for us to call it. We're gonna go on to a short break again, and then we'll be right back. We'll see you soon.
Sounds good.
see you.
Bing bang.
And welcome back, everybody. We're back with TBH. I actually have something I want to talk about, and so I'm a nerd. I do nerdy things. One of the things I do is I read comics, and I love comic book movies. But I just want to throw some numbers at you guys and see what you guys think of this. So in 2015, there are 3 comic book movies coming out. In 2016, there seems to be 8, and then in 2017, there's 7 more. 2018, there's looks like it's 6. 2019 there's 3 more, and then in 2020 there's 2 comic book movies coming out. Now my question to you guys is, how do you guys feel about these movies?
Well, what movies are there? Well,
Oh dude, if you want
we
me
could
to list.
no. Well, for sure we know that comic book made into movies is not going anywhere, right?
Yeah, it's
I mean,
staying.
it's here to stay. I'm all good. You know what? Disney Warner Brothers have been doing a great job
Yeah,
with their comic books. Sony could do a better job,
definitely.
but their last X-Men was really good.
I think that's Fox.
I thought it was
Fox.
Sony.
Sony owns Spider-Man, I think.
No,
Uh,
wasn't that
no,
Sony
I
too?
think Sony does X-Men.
Let me just check that real quick. Go on with your thing.
But anyways, I was just saying like it's been really good. I mean, I think both Fernando and I could agree. I think they've been doing a good job. Marvel has been doing a great job with all their movies. I mean, the fact that what's the Galaxy movie called? Guardians of the Galaxies. I mean, no one knew
Oh my
no
God,
one knew that comic.
That movie was so spectacular.
and that's
Yeah.
one of the best movies that came out last year for sure.
Yeah.
So I mean, Marvel just knows how to make comic book movies for
Yeah.
sure. Sony, on the other hand, I don't know if anyone confirmed, but
Oh yeah,
Seems
yeah.
like they could do a better job.
So Sony owns apparently the Spider-Man and the Sinister Six and all that stuff, and then
Okay.
Fox owns all the mutants and all the stuff with mutants.
Okay. Well, there we go. So they could do a better job, but the
Yeah.
last one was really good when it comes down to
X-Men.
X-Men.
Yeah, that one was really good too. I do think that it's a good thing that they're out there. I mean, obviously Marvel's only going to do one thing. That's what they do, right? Same thing with
Yeah.
DC. I like to see good products, and so far they've been really high quality movies. They're not really bad bat nipples and bat credit cards. Right?
Nipples.
Now, do you guys read comics or
Well, I just
Walking Dead.
Walking Dead comic? Awesome. Awesome.
how's that one, Fernando?
Oh
I
my
mean,
God,
does it
it's so
go?
much
Does it?
better.
Is it just like the series? Obviously, they have to change a few things, but does it stay true to it?
You know what? It's surprisingly one of the best. I think Kirkman, when he took on, because he sold out. I mean, let's be honest. That's the whole reason why you do these kind of things, to be able to sell out and to be able to put something on the screen or something that you could be semi proud of,
Yeah.
and hopefully it doesn't get butchered. But I think the smartest thing he did was sell it as individual universes.
Okay.
The video game has nothing to do with the comic.
Or the
It
movie?
does,
Or the TV show?
or the show. The only thing they have in common is that a catastrophe happened,
Yeah.
and these are the characters.
Okay.
So the characters really aren't tied into each other as much as they should be. You know,
Okay.
when you go from like let's take X-Men for example. There's so many versions of X-Men
Yup.
that you can go into so many variety of movies that you'll be happy with one of them, maybe two.
Yeah.
What Kurtman did was like the awesome thing about the way that Kurtman did it was you're going to leave my comic books alone. You're going to go into this whole different universe with some of the same characters, but you're going to totally experience it from a different angle. And in the video game, the one that they go on each series, you're going to experience a whole different character in a whole different scenario in a whole different angle, but in the same timeline. So it gives it so much uh, um, creative freedom to take the next level of your comic where you weren't even expecting it going. The comic book themselves are so amazing. I really, you start reading them and you're like, oh my God.
I've read a
Then the
few. They're
book-
really good.
Yeah, and then the TV show, you sit down and you go, oh, this is not going to be like the comic, but then you're actually really relieved they left the comic alone. There's no Daryl in the comics, so you found a whole new character to fall in love with.
Yeah.
You know, there in the video game, there's no little girl that's trying to survive without her parents.
Yeah.
You know,
Wow.
there's
You're
little
so-
people, there's kids, but there's no Clarabelle or whatever her name is. My wife plays that game, and that's what I think Kurtman did better than everybody else.
Hmm.
He franchised, but he didn't sacrifice
Yeah.
the integrity of what he put out in the first place.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what I think that makes a comic so much better than anything out there, because they're all great, but the comics are so much better to read because you're sitting here going like, whoa, so this, and this might happen. And then you see the show like, okay, so they did it that way, but that's way better than the comic, but I'm not mad at it, you know?
Yeah.
Unlike you watch X-Men, and it's funny because me and my wife were talking about Nightcrawler, and
Oh,
we're
the
talking
movie.
about we're talking about Nightcrawler
The from the
the
X-Men.
origin of from X-Men, but the
Okay.
origin of Nightcrawler, where he came from and how he
Right.
came to be the devout Catholic, and who his mom was and who his dad was, and why
Yeah.
we were sitting here going like, why didn't they incorporate that in the movie that they showed?
Right. They
You
could
know?
have. They could have. They introduced the characters.
Yeah, and
Maybe it was gonna
and
take. There's so many characters, right?
Yeah.
his story is so amazing, but
It
then
is.
you lose the integrity because you did it so much alike it. You do lose the integrity of his origins, and that kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I don't know what they did with Wolverine. He was in Japan at one time. He went back to the future. I think he saw Marty McFly one time. I don't know. With the movies, I have no idea what they did.
Yeah. Well, in the
But
comics, he's dead. He's dead. He's been dead for a while. He's gone.
So it's one of those like you lose. It's great to see them on TV on the movies, but it's sad that you see a little bit of their integrity in the character
Yeah.
lose little by little. You know.
Yeah.
By the way, how
Right.
did he die?
In the comics, well, he turns out that he has this issue with his thing. He stopped having his healing power, and so every time he would use his claws, you know, it hurts him to pull the claws out. But he has a healing factor, so it's fine. Eventually, he starts losing his healing factor, and he tries to find the origin of why that is. And in the process, he ends up helping one of the new up and coming X-Men, I guess you could say. And in that process, he gets basically he gets covered in adamantium, and since he can't heal, the last scene of Wolverine is him like kneeling on the floor, and like he's just made into a statue essentially. So he got burned alive.
Wow.
Yeah,
there
that's
you go.
he's super dead at this point, and there's no plans to bring him back, or at least not yet. So
Mm.
I mean,
Well,
he's
the movies
the
are
biggest
doing
cash
so
cow.
good.
Um,
Yeah.
and I do feel the same way. I like when things are independent. DC's doing that a lot. I mean, they have their TV shows like Arrow and Gotham, and they're completely separate. They don't take place in the same time, and it's really fun to watch one and the other and just sit there and say, man, these are great shows. And then I could read comics as well, and they're freaking awesome.
That's true. Yeah.
Chris, are you? You said you were reading some stuff.
Oh yeah, one of my friends let me borrow. Justin. He let me borrow a few comic books, and one of them is the Witches.
Love it.
It's actually really. I'm not a big comic book guy, but I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. 3 issues have been out so far. We're waiting for the next one, and it's the way it's drawn is beautiful. The way just the story, it's just good. So I definitely would recommend that one.
Yeah.
For anyone who's not really into comic books and wants to
Yeah.
pick up a comic book.
I think that's
Yeah,
that's the
yeah, go
biggest
Who
for it.
makes it?
that's the biggest misconception is people think that all comic books are just superhero porn basically. And no, it's true. They do think it's just a bunch of superheroes. But there's comics of everything. There's actually another Witches is a very cool series. There's another one called Fables, which takes old like fables and old stories and makes them very dark, and each one is its own individual thing and turns them into
Nice.
these dark graphic novel stories based on these fables. They're not superheroes, they're just very dark, kind of creepy, eerie stories, and they're great.
Yeah,
They're great.
they're just fun to read. Witches is it's by Scott Snyder.
Yeah, I love that guy.
So yeah,
You know who
it's
he
awesome.
is? He's actually you know the director of Man of Steel.
Yeah,
His brother,
nice.
Zack Snyder.
That's crazy how his brother he does comics, huh?
Scott Snyder also writes the Batman book that I read, and my God, is it good? They actually have the artist who used to do Spawn. Do you guys remember Spawn?
I
When you
do.
gonna do the Scott Snyder version of Batman? The next reboot was gonna be more like that.
Yeah.
Well, I got I don't know. Well, another one that's real quick that Scott Snyder does that my friend let me borrow is American Vampire.
Love it. Oh my God.
So I'm gonna get started on that one. I haven't read it yet, but he's saying it's really good.
It is.
It's actually Scott Snyder, Raphael Alborque, and Stephen King helped out a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Which one was that again?
American
That-
Vampire.
American Vampire.
It's really good.
It's really good, and he also let me borrow the New 52 features, by DC Comics.
Which one's that one?
It's so they're pretty much it's like volume. So I guess it's a volume, a lot of comic books. I guess the New 52.
Yeah.
It's
So you guys know
I
what
guess-
that's about, right? Like basically, in 2011, DC Comics said, you know what? It's hard for people to get into comic books because they look at it and they say, "Whoa, you guys are on issue 700. I can't,
Right.
I can't go back and read all that." So they decided hit the reset button, start from issue 1. And so if you pick up any comic book today that's DC, it's usually around issue 20.
Okay.
There have not been a lot out, so you can pick it up and you don't feel like, oh, I have to read all this stuff. Nothing really has happened yet. So that's why they call
Nice.
it the New 52, is all their 52 main heroes got rebooted. And
That's crazy. Yeah. and then you find out about like new heroes too.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
and
I'm
then
really into it. It's fun.
really, I'm gonna start reading that one. And then the last one I have is the Batman Hush.
Oh, dude, one of my favorites.
It's it looks amazing. I want to finish the. I don't know which one I should start first now. I guess I'm gonna go with American Vampire and then hit the other ones.
Yeah, Hush is good. I know the artist, Jim Lee. He's awesome.
He's good.
Awesome artist. Awesome guy. Really friendly. Sweet.
How do you
sweet.
know the artist?
I actually do some comic book stuff. So I end up communicating. Like the guy who does Witches,
Yeah.
Francis Manupal. I know that guy too. And,
Nice.
we're not like BFF. You know what I mean? Like we just talk every once in a while, but he gives good hints, good tips on how to get in, and
That's awesome.
he's a good guy. He's a really good.
Maybe we could have him on the show one day.
I don't know about that. That guy's super busy.
Again, maybe we can...
Scott Snyder, he's actually one of the most prominent writers right now in novels and graphic novels. So
nice.
He's actually doing a lot of stuff, and all of it so far has been great.
That's awesome.
So, Fernando, American Vampire, check it out.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, man.
I actually got into Marcy got into Outcast, which is the other Kurt Franklin kind of one. I want to get my hands on the they made an FX show on it. It's
the Strain.
Strain, yeah. I want to get the first one.
Amy read all 3 books already.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
You guys have them?
Yeah, we have the 3 books. Amy's reading. She read all of them, and she's trying to do the whole Vampire Chronicles of Anne Rice.
Oh wow.
Oh dude, she should talk to Marcy because she has all the collection.
She got all that good stuff. Yeah, but the show does not follow the books. From what my wife tells me. Well, obviously it's the book has so much more stuff.
But I thought it was a comic. I didn't think it was a book.
No, it's just a book. It's written by I forget the guy's name, but also Guillermo del Toro helped write the book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he wrote the appendix too, right, or something.
It's possible.
Not the appendix. What do they call it at the beginning? I don't know.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. I think that's a pretty good discussion. So we're all in agreement then. It's a good thing that these things are coming out and people are getting into them. I think it's good.
Yeah, as long as they don't make I mean, there's been some horrible comic books that made into movies.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, what could you guys name some off the top of your head? Daredevil.
Does that scare you guys for Batman? Does that scare you or?
No. I think it wasn't him. He wasn't so bad in the movie.
No, he wasn't.
It was the script that was just horrendous.
Yeah.
It had really good actors in it. I think they would have done it more like a Sin City type of thing. I think it would have been a lot better.
Yeah, I do think that he gets a lot of crap for that, but it wasn't really him, and he was actually really good in it. So, and even
Colin Farrell was really good. I loved his part in the movie. I think he was the best part of the movie.
It was over the top, but it was good. Yeah.
So
good. Jonah Hex. Have you guys seen that one?
Oh god, yeah. Have you guys ever watched Constantine with Keanu Reeves?
Yeah, I like it.
We went to go see it together, remember?
Dude, I love that movie. And do you guys watch the TV show?
No, I hear it's really good.
Oh my god, dude. I watch Arrow, I watch Gotham. They're great. But Constantine is the only one that keeps me thinking.
Really?
Yeah, it's a show that I walk away from going, damn, that episode was really good.
What about, you ever seen the movie Steel with Shaquille O'Neal?
You see Shazam?
Shazam, there you go.
What about the Green Lantern? A lot of people didn't like that movie.
I really didn't.
I didn't think it was that.
It was just God, they had so much potential there, and then they just blew it. Like, why does he gotta wear a CGI mask? Why can't you just give him a mask? It's not hard.
Yeah, that's true. What about Catwoman with Halle Berry?
Oh my god.
I don't even remember. When is that coming out?
Oh my god, Fernando.
That came out back in 2004.
That abomination.
You mean it came out already? That's how horrible it was? Nobody remembers it came.
It's about, because it's a movie about women. It's about, you know the plot, right? It's like, okay, we want to make a movie about this badass woman. So what is she gonna fight? Evil makeup corporation. That's right.
No.
Yeah, like, what are women into? Makeup and food. So I guess that's one of them has to be the villain.
Yeah, it was. What I heard was really bad.
Yeah.
Also the Batman and Robin with Schwarzenegger as
Yeah,
as Mr. Freeze.
that's I think that's bat nipples right there. He did have nipples. He did, Robin did, but Batgirl didn't. How is that fair? You wait
Oh,
the
dude, they're not supposed to show that kind of stuff.
well,
Come
dude,
on.
you
What
wait the
about
whole movie and you're like, all right, at least you're gonna see Batgirl nipples.
what about Elektra?
I thought Elektra was really cool filming. Like the cinematography was really awesome, but man, was it dumb. You really have to just check out. Like when she kills bad guys, they explode.
How about
I-
Ghost Rider with Nicolas Cage?
That
Both
one was good. I
they
like that one.
dude, they rebooted it twice, and twice it sucked. I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, I like Nicolas Cage. What are you gonna say, dude?
but can we-
He's a
Fantastic
man
Four?
among art.
Fantastic Four.
I'm torn on that one because there were some good parts of it, but it was too cartoonish to
Yeah.
really take it serious.
Yeah, you kind of sit
get-
there and go like, you guys are boring me with your family issues. Like,
You know, I do like the fact that the way that the movies are going, they're more adultish.
yeah,
They're more for. I guess because our generation is sick and tired of the cartoonish part.
yeah,
That they made it more realistic. Like, oh, I can see that kind of happening. Like even Adventures. When is that really ever going to happen? But out of everybody, Tony Stark is like the coolest guy on earth.
yeah.
You know, he
Yeah.
has all the toys. Oh, I can
That's
kind of
true.
see that happening.
Except for he's a
You
tool.
know, like, oh, totally. But he's awesome tool.
He is. He's awesome.
Well, there you go. Well, hopefully this year brings a lot of good movies.
Yeah, I'm
We'll
kind
see
of
how
I'm
that
kind of
goes.
looking forward to some of them. I want to see what they do with some of these weird characters that they have. Like we've never had an actual superhero female movie, and they have promised a Wonder Woman movie and a Captain Marvel, which is a female version. Like she's basically Marvel's Superman. She's unlimited
Really?
power. Yeah. And so they promised both of these movies, and I can't wait to see what happens. And hopefully it's not go girl power. And oh my god, that'd be terrible.
Oh yeah, seriously. I heard they were gonna make what's that Ghostbusters with the all female cast.
Oh my god,
I
with
don't know
the
about
girl
that.
from Tammy.
Yeah.
Ah man,
Not
come
really
on,
feeling that one.
come on.
Deadpool
Deadpool looks really fun,
2016.
really fun.
That should be pretty crazy. Hopefully they do a great job.
Hopefully they make it rated R, because I feel like Deadpool is one of those characters that needs to be
Yeah.
adult.
And believe it or not, Fernando, this is for you. 2016 brings in the Power Rangers.
Oh yeah.
For me. Shut up, Jackass. You were all into it too.
I was, dude. I had the soundtrack. What are you talking about?
Hey dude, we were all into the Power Rangers at one point. Which Ranger? Hold on, which Ranger? And
Green
if you say,
Ranger.
of course, right? I was gonna say,
Is there any other?
acceptable answers: green and
Who am I gonna-
white.
Who am I gonna? Yeah, who am I gonna do? The red one,
Yeah. No, but
the blue
the
one.
red was cool until the Green Ranger came out, and then he
Yeah.
totally-
Yeah, and then he
Well,
made him look like a total tool. Like,
Yeah.
come on, you don't have to
And
follow
then
all
when
the rules.
They killed him, and they brought him back as a white guy, a white ranger. I was like, oh my god.
You know that
Yeah, I'm for it.
that guy who's the Green Ranger, he's actually like super freaking awesome guy in real life. Green Ranger. Let me look up
MMA
his.
fighter.
Yeah,
Really?
he's an MMA fighter. He's Christian, and he
That's
was
it.
he was a single person, who was in most of the movies
Really?
and most of the TV shows. Because you know they still make Power Rangers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me look him up real quick.
They're
Let's be
making
honest, dude,
actually a
once
new.
you make
Yeah,
the money, it's hard to get rid of it.
Jason David Frank. He was in like 8 seasons of the Power Rangers. And they always
Wow.
kept bringing it because he's so popular. And it's like, man,
Yeah.
he's a real life hero, guys. Not gonna
Now,
lie.
now you guys, you're into comic books. You guys know anything about Ant-Man?
Yeah, I do actually.
Is that something a lot of people are going to look forward to? Or just
I don't think even Marvel is looking forward to it because they're actually not making it part of their universe. So it's its own
Really?
thing. Yeah, so I don't know how comfortable they feel with Ant-Man. But basically, so in the comic books, you know how the new Avengers movie coming out this year is Age of Ultron?
yeah.
Ultron was created by this guy named Hank Pym. Okay, and Hank
Okay.
Pym is an alcoholic like Tony Stark, but also abusive husband who got really upset at his wife one time and smacked her. and then and then
Wow.
out of frustration with himself that he did that, because in his story arc is that he was very much in love, and then as time went on he became very violent, uh, and he decided to write a computer program to help do some stuff. So that computer program is called Jarvis, which, if you know your Marvel, you know that that's Tony Stark's computer.
Okay.
So in the Marvel universe, Tony Stark wrote this guy, wrote Ultron, but
Oh,
in the
wow.
comics it was created by Hank Pym, who is Ant-Man. And
Yeah,
so they kind of wrote him out of it completely, saying like, "Oh God, let's just."
So it'll be interesting to see.
Hey, Paul Rudd, it can't be bad. I mean,
Yeah,
it'll be all right. It'll be good.
should be good.
That guy's cool. Shut up, dude.
I like Paul Rudd. What?
You know, I like them. Have you guys seen that movie, Yes Man? Oh, no, not the Yes Man. The Best Man.
No.
No, it's a good.
Oh, dude, it's freaking hilarious.
Is this another YouTube movie like the other one you want us to watch?
No. You guys watch it, by the way? Did anybody watch that? Nobody watched it, did you guys? You guys are laughing at me.
And
I can hear the laughter. I can hear the laughter. Stop laughing at me. It's a really good movie. Why you guys have to laugh at that? I'm gonna cry.
I can't do. Resend it again to us.
Fernando sends us the link. I look at it and I go, "All right, one day," and then I close the window.
You can't even give me the courtesy of just see it. Just
Hey,
trust me.
at least I didn't do what Chris does.
Why would it go wrong?
Chris writes in the chat like thumbs up, like for sure one day. At least I'm courteous enough to ignore it. I'm like, all right.
All right, I'll give you that much, but still.
Dude, I got no time, Fernando. But I promise I will if I. No.
Hold
I
on.
can't even
You have a night job that you literally told me you watch YouTube videos all night. I wouldn't steer you wrong in these two movies. They're both on YouTube. Watch them.
All right. Send me the link again. I'm sure it's somewhere up there. I can't freaking do the
He can't be bothered to scroll up to chat.
No, I will.
Oh God.
Don't patronize me, boy.
All right, guys. Speaking of time, I think we are out of time, so we're gonna call it for tonight. So does anybody want to do the good nights, peoples? Does anybody want to do that?
We just want to say thank you.
Good job, Chris. All right.
You're usually good at this.
All right, everybody. So this has been To Be Honest, TBH, and we'll see you next time. Happy New Year from all three of us, guys.
Yes. Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year's, guys.
Yeah.
And we'll see each other again pretty soon. Good night.
Good night.